There we go. There was a lot less of having to move bombs around here than I expected there to be. Given how many, whatchamacallits there were. So many boxes. Hello. I'm here now. I love it when a warp takes me to only one way to go, because it means I can't mess up the directioning. Okay, nothing going on around here. You know what? This is a good escape opportunity. We don't have to run from every fight, but let's start running from like every third fight or something, or just fights that look especially annoying. Ooh, save point? Grieving Beauty. Hello. Still more bombs. I was really hoping we were at the end of Rhodion there. Where do you go? Yeah, alright, that makes sense. What the heck? It's another one of these floor panel things. Alright, this is the only thing spawning bombs, I guess. Well, that one seems to explode really fast. Okay. So I need to get to that top left warp. Where's the bomb? Oh, they spawned at different ones. I don't know if I can kick that one all the way over fast enough, to be honest. These are definitely exploding faster, right? I'm not insane. All right, that's useless. Whew, just made it. All right, those are all bad. Don't mind me. Oh, there's a bomb here. Nice. Okay, so I don't have to bring it from all the way over. That makes way more sense. Blow that bad boy up. I'm gonna blow this up just because I can. I don't know if it'll be useful at some point or not, but whatever. You know, just to be on the safe side. It's quick and easy to do. Now that we've traversed Rhodion, we can access the Aether Sphere. Okay, our next destination is something. Hellraios. Activate this. Go back here and immediately save. Was there a save point here? Yeah, I thought so. I knew there was one somewhere nearby. Alright, we are done with Rhodion. That didn't take as long as I thought it would, honestly. Oh, wait, do we have a skit there? Traveling to Hellraios. Exit to the Aether Sphere and make for Hellraios. Okay, so we got another long Snake Way run. Is that what you're telling me? Definitely looks like it. I can open the big map and see where it is, right? You can now use select to switch between. Yeah, whatever. It's pretty far. I don't think this is as long as the other one we had, to be honest. I'm trying to find where the other one was, actually. Oh, I see it. The other one goes so far, it actually wraps on the map. So we were at the top right one earlier, and that long walk goes to, like, the top left one. Holy cow. This is way shorter. Thank goodness. Hey, a level 4 gym ranked up. That's nice. Fireball. Oh my goodness, the damage outputs. It never ends. Alright, that was really fast. A little over 2,000 experience. We take those. Titanium armor. Is that better than whatever I'm wearing? Nope. Never mind. To Hellraios on foot. We'll travel to Hellraios by foot. There, Ictanos can be restored. Finally! Finally gonna restore Ictanos. We get him restored. We probably have to go through a dungeon, and there's probably... I think because I saw it, it was in the last video that I rewatched, I think. It showed how many black cloak people there were, or maybe it was the video before it. I don't remember, but I think there were 4 people in black cloaks, if I remember right. One of them was the bug guy that we just killed. The other one was Hugo, who I assume is like the final boss. He's over at Diecroft or whatever it's called. So there should be 2 more. So I assume we're gonna fight one of those black cloak people here, and then we're gonna have one more thing to do after we get Ictanos that will lead us to the other black cloak person. We'll kill them, and then we go to Diecroft. So hopefully that means we've only got like 3 or 4 more dungeons. Fingers crossed. Time will tell. These enemies are very easy to kill and worth a good amount of experience, which is why I'm not doing any running away right now. Until I run into an enemy that starts to annoy me, I'm definitely just going to fight every enemy on the way here for experience. Me not running away from a bunch of combat to try and finish the game faster is essentially me level grinding to ensure that we don't get stopped on the final boss. It's entirely possible that, oh my goodness, well, immediately ran into something annoying right after that. That was really, these trees, I think. Yeah, they're casting whatever that is. That sucks. Whatever they're doing that's sucking us all in and stun locking us all, which let me tell you, I love gameplay where you get stun locked repeatedly. That is making this a nightmare. I cannot escape. I'm trying to run, but I can't. I'm getting stun locked. I hate this a lot. We're getting stun locked with paralysis and enemies spamming moves. Stop. I cannot move. I cannot play the game. Hello? Get this other tree out of here. It's this paralysis is the main problem, stopping me from doing anything. Help. Alright, Resurrection is really good here. I am sick and tired of this fight. That move sucks a lot. I hate that move. I need the tree to be dead. The tree has to go. Okay, thank goodness. That tree's move that just fully stun locks you, it like stun locked all the characters at once. That plus like 4 of these stupid flying enemies that are hard to hit who also spam paralysis. This is actually one of the worst things I've seen in this game. That was infuriatingly bad. Also, I see now they just leave little... Will you please attack, Stan? Oh my goodness, I'm trying to use my move and he is just walking, doing nothing. Holy cow. That was like... This was really frustrating. Man, that was violently unfun. We're not done yet, but we're almost. Paralysis in this game sucks. I haven't run into an enemy that does paralysis in ages, it feels like. But just like stunning you on every button press? My word, that was obnoxiously bad game design. Alright, no tree. We should be fine. If we see the tree enemy, we immediately try to run. The tree, that magic that the tree can cast is awful. And I do not want to deal with it. I would rather not play the game. It was a combination of that plus the moths, but I think the moths on their own aren't that big of a deal. It's just when the tree stun locks you long enough for all of the moths to immediately hit you with paralysis, and then the tree gets to cast again. It goes back to what I was saying earlier of why I don't really like this game's combat system all that much. You either end up stun locking your enemies a lot of the time, which makes combat a joke. You literally just like press the X button a couple of times. Or you end up getting stun locked and the game becomes violently unfun. So, Tales of Destiny's gameplay. Alright, if there are no bee things, or moths rather, I think we'll be okay. But, I do just find Tales of Destiny's combat really meh. Meh to bad, even, I would say. It's better than, Phantasia, but it's not good. Better than Phantasia doesn't mean good. And I really do just think a lot of it is a constraint of what you can do with a 2D combat game like this. Especially a 2D combat game with such a large party, as opposed to like a basic 2D fighter where it's one-on-one. Which, again, is why I'm so glad that Tales of transitioned to 3D games with Symphonia. They made 4 2D games, then they made the first 3D Symphonia. They made 1 more 2D game, the 6th one, whatever it is, I can't remember the name of it. After that, they only did 3D games, and I think that's the best thing that could have happened to this franchise. It's way better as a 3D game than a 2D game. We finally made it to Helraios. The Aetherian army conducted their technological research here. That's correct. Various armaments and monstrosities were developed and manufactured here. Research on the Rhodions as well. Ultimately, they weren't able to put any of it to practical use. With all the equipment they left behind, we should have what we need to repair Igtenos. Igtenos. Will this bring you back? I'm sure it'll be fine, Lord Woodrow. This is Rhodion team, commencing infiltration of Hellraios. Roger, our preparations for building the neutralization device are almost complete. We're counting on you, Rhodion team. Similarly to Claudius, Helraios holds great significance. As a result, they may be expecting us inside. Yeah, it's gonna be another cloak dude. You mean that there may be another executive like Baruch? Yeah, that was his name. Bug guy. His name even starts with B for bug. Correct. Whatever you do, don't let your guard down. Oh man, if you hadn't said that, I might have let my guard down, honestly. I was kind of considering it. Ooh, this music. Oh, this is pretty good. I like this. Attacking Hellraios. In the core of Hellraios, there is a facility for restoring Egtenos. That's where we're going. Understood. Alright. I don't remember why we need Egtenos to be restored, by the way, or if we're just doing it for the sake of doing it, but whatever. Too many flying enemies. I'm leaving immediately. I'm not even gonna look. Cass, do you think you'll play the Tales of Symphonia second game? That game is Dawn of the New World, which I actually own because I have it on PS3 with the Symphonia bundle. I'll probably play it at some point, but there's no shot of me playing it until I have played all the mainline games. I don't have a red key card. Okay, so I need a red key card here. When I eventually finish playing every single mainline Tales of game, then I will start to look at spin-offs and consider playing them. And if I do, honestly, Dawn of the New World is probably the very first one I'll look at. But I have 6 other mainline games to finish first. Some of which aren't even translated yet, I believe, but I hope they will be translated by the time I finish all the others that are. Which mainline games are you missing? I have not played the 3rd, 4th, 6th, 7th, 9th, and 11th Tales of games. I think that's Eternia, Destiny 2, Rebirth chat just said was 6th. I don't remember what the 7th one is. I think it's Legendia, maybe? And then Hearts and Innocence are 9 and 11. Or 11 and 9, I always get them mixed up. I think Innocence is the 11th, but Hearts might be the 11th. I know that 9 and 11 are some combination of Hearts and Innocence. The Dragon Knuckle. There are many ways to interact with boxes. Push them, pull them, or destroy them with the Sorcerer's Ring. For this box, use the Sorcerer's Ring. Okay. A chest. Ah, red key card. How nice. Chaos, is this a blind walkthrough? If you read the title of the stream, it says blind. Some aren't translated yet, but hopefully will be. I believe Destiny 2 is in progress. So you might know off the top of your head, Nova. 9 and 11 got localized, right? I think they were I think 9 and 11 were localized, but they didn't have a dub, right? They don't have an English dub, but they were localized in some way. I know you can at least get either Hearts or Innocence on PSP, if not both. And then I think like 3, 4, 6, and 7 all need translations, maybe? And I think 3 already has a translation. Who just learned Flare Tornado? Was that me? Did I just learn, did Stan just learn Flare Tornado? Dude. We gotta give that a try. I think 3, which is Eternia, has a translation, so that one we can play at any time. I think 9 and 11 have a localization, which means I can play them at any time. They just don't have English dubs, I think, maybe? I've never looked deeply into this. And I think 4 is Destiny 2, which has the translation in process. And then I don't know about 6 and 7. Hearts was localized for the PS Vita. Okay, I've seen that on my PS TV, so I can get that on my PS TV and stream it. Innocence is Japan only, but has a translation already. Okay, so Innocence is Japanese only, but there is a translation for it. So 9 and 11 are available to play. I think the 3rd one has a translation, which is... Which one is that? Eternia? I think that's Eternia. I think that one has a translation. And then Destiny 2, which is the 4th game, has a translation in the works right now. Which surely that one's translation will be done by the time I play like 9, 11, and 3. Oh, Eternia was actually localized. Oh, I didn't realize that Eternia was localized. So yeah, Eternia is good to go. So is it just like 4 doesn't have a translation, but there's one in the works? And then, I don't know about 6 and 7. Were they localized, or do they already have translations or translations in the works? It mostly comes down to 6 and 7. All of the others have ways to play them in English or are currently being translated so they can be played. Rebirth and Destiny 2 are the only ones that don't have translations. Nice! And Destiny 2 is underway. Legends is number 7. That one was localized. Okay, so it's Legendia, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, you typed Legendia, but my brain read it as Legends. Yeah, nice. So Legendia was localized, so that one's good to go. So it's just Rebirth, which is the 6th game, which I think is the last 2D game, if I'm not mistaken. And then Destiny 2. And right now, Destiny 2 is being translated. So, I mean, surely by the time I play all of the others, hopefully, maybe not surely, but hopefully, by the time I play all the others, the Destiny 2 translation will be done. And someone, absolutely not, I'm not doing a 7 flying enemy fight, get me out. And then hopefully Rebirth will be translated by the time I get through all the others. It's just those 2 games. Surely someone in the Tales of community, especially once Destiny 2 is fully translated, will be like, it's literally just Rebirth. We have to translate Rebirth. It's the only one left. If it becomes the only Tales of game that is not translated. How do you play this game? This game has an English patch, so you cannot play it on an emulator or on a console without doing some really wild stuff that I'm definitely not doing. It is possible to do, like, fan translations, English patches on console, but it's a lot more work than doing it on an emulator. So, as you can probably guess, I'm playing this on my legit Sega Genesis. Bum, bum, bum. I hate this dungeon, by the way, because it is mostly flying enemies thus far. I really hope that my level is good, because I do not want to have to level grind in this area. Yo, really good Final Fury, though. Dang. Alright, those flying enemies were actually really easy to kill, although that's... I did get to use Final Fury on them, so... Philia level 46 is Pog. Also, I'm not really seeing any kind of a puzzle with this dungeon thus far, other than grabbing a key card. Right now, it's just a lot of running around. Alright, so we need to turn this off, and we're going to need a white key card for it. I've got a little over 20 minutes left in stream. I really... Oh, I have Flare Tornado now. I need to see if Flare Tornado does better at hitting flying enemies. But I really want to start running away more to try and a little bit of speed run in this section. Take note of the devices installed along the path of the conveyor belts. If they register thermal activity, they will fire without prejudice. So I have to stand still when going through, is what you're telling me. Still haven't gotten any of that green lens yet. Ooh, Flare Tornado takes a long time to cast. Holy cow, though. Okay, now that I have Flare Tornado, and that honestly, that was not fast, but it wasn't that long for that big of a range. I really want more D-Fires now, because I can only imagine D-Fires stack. I actually want to look at Deimos for a second. We have a D-Fire here that costs 67. That's so expensive, but depending on how... Oh, this is almost done. Depending on how low variable goes upon mastering, if it goes down by like 15, we might be able to try and make this D-Fire work, but we'd have to level up more. We'd need a lot more points. We have this D-Fire for 22 that we aren't using right now. We're using this D-Fire for 6. It's just the 22 one. I would be glad, yeah, if we get a level up, I think we need 2 level ups. Honestly, I would be glad to give up these 2 mines after we level up to get that other D-Fire. Our attack would go down, but we would be able to cast Flare Tornado way quicker, I think. And Flare Tornado spam seems like it could be a really good in-game thing to go with. Hey, the blue key card. What are the odds? Okay. Nothing else to go that way, so we need to go up this way. Flare Tornado is also amazing for flying enemies, which is what I love the most about it right now. Ow. Please die. Let me get this cast off. Come on. There we go. Nice Flare Tornado. I hate that you can just guard Flare Tornado. I feel like if my enemy did a giant move like that and I tried to guard it, it would just break my guard. Okay, you can't just go through it. It did say thermal, so I guess not moving doesn't stop thermal activity, but I don't really know what the game expects me to do to avoid those then. It really seemed like it was set up to be a case of like, hey, if you don't move, then you'll get, it'll just move you through it, obviously. But that is not the case. Dude, Flare Tornado is so good. We just need more D-Fire. We really just need more D-Fire because we need it to cast a little bit faster. Stop having iframes, loser. There we go. Yahoo! So many flare materials that I don't care about. Okay, I'm over here now.